Hey guys, I don't know if you're still here. Bobby, you here? You better be, sir. God, I just want to go to bed. Man, fuck me. Tyrant Papa, you here? All right. Oh, somebody is. Pat Travelino, good evening. Good to see you, brother. Very good to see you. All right, get prepared, Chris. Get prepared to see stupid shit in your chat all night by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Get prepared. All right, I'm doing my best. 5 people, please hit the like button on the way in. Thanks, Nick. Peace, brother. I'm on my way to bed. Long day in the water today. Beautiful day. Fucking Pat, man. Rub it in some more. Why don't you? You son of a bitch. Have a good night's sleep, man. I'll see you in the morning. Well, 11 people, please hit like on your way in. Let's see if this moves quickly tonight. It did on the first show I did today, so let's hope it does on this one too. I know, Pat. I know. It's all good, man. In true MobTube fashion, breaking balls. Pam Bondi is a true Trump clone. Well, she's trying to be, that's for sure. Hey, Sally. How you doing, Mimo Goddollar? Yeah, Reynaldo, no doubt. That little display she put on yesterday was fucking disgraceful with her little burn book filled with like jokes, the worst jokes ever about the Democrats in Congress. Stupid. Pat, go to sleep. Pat, you motherfucker, you. Oh, shit. Dumbest thing I've ever heard a Trump supporter say. Let me think. I'll get the conversation started that way. I mentioned one earlier when somebody said that Trump never prosecuted the Democrats in the Epstein files because he's not like that. He doesn't rock that way. You know, he doesn't operate that way. But what else? There's a lot of stupid shit. The fact that they keep. Oh, yeah, I know, Sally. I know about that. Yep. The fact that they keep insisting that Donald Trump informed on Jeffrey Epstein and that Donald Trump had anything to do with Epstein being busted. That's one of the worst. Dumbest thing I heard, what about Biden? Yeah, the whataboutism. Yep. 67 people, guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Jump in the chat, guys. Tell me the dumbest thing you've ever heard a Trump supporter say. Oh, anybody who says he's a patriot or like a true Christian. That's got to be up on the list, too. Way up on the list. Some of the dumbest things Trump supporters have ever said. Oh, he loves our country. There you go. He can't be bought. That's probably the craziest thing any Trump supporter has ever said. Trump can't be bought. Yep. They live in this world, this fantasy world. Like, you ever see, he's a real American. Yeah. You ever see when, what was I going to say? Fuck me, it slipped my mind as usual. Anyway, hit the like button, guys. 92 of y'all. Did Trump eat children? Yes. Well, thank you, Jim Young. Thank you. You can tell he loves our country by the way he hugs the flag. Yeah. I wish I could remember what was just on my mind. Oh, they think he's this great president, like who's, like I said, he can't be bought and stuff. When we bring up the fact that he spent $110 million on golf trips so far, they say that's his money. It's not taxpayers' money. But it is. It is. I think the evil he is doing, claiming to believe in God and that he is a Christian. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? I agree with you, Daniel. Not many people in the chat. 99 people watching. I've got a twitch above my eye right here. It's driving me fucking insane. It just started when I started the show. I don't know why. It actually might even be in my eyeball. I'm not sure. Trump supporters will roll in saying stupid shit any second. Going to tell us that Melania and Donald have a wonderful marriage and they're deeply in love with each other. Pretty sure I've seen somebody say something like that before. Oh, shit. My eye is twitching like a motherfucker. Godsoil, dirty Democrats. Whatever you say, Godsoil. I know what it looks like, though. It certainly looks like the pedos are all on the right, doesn't it? My first encounter with a Trump supporter in the pickle park turned me on to Trump. I got turned out for Trump. Did you? I bet you did. Maltesian gay vampire. Melania is a hostage. Yeah, well, she don't even live with him. That's the funny part. She won't even live with him. She refuses to. She didn't live with him in his first term, and she's not living with him now. Roib. Yeah, and Donald smells like roses, yeah. He shits himself on a regular basis at this point. LOL, this guy looks like every one of those clowns. Is that right? How so? Instead of curiosity. Eric, you're a MAGA person, so you must be very intelligent. Explain to me how. What do we all look like? Like this? Bald, glasses? Stand up. I got some goofy striped basketball shorts on, but there you go. Is that what you were expecting to see? Fuck face. Oh, shit. Chill. I hope they go to jail. Oh, good. Yeah, Godsoil, you get me sometimes. Like earlier, I saw you say something that was reasonable. I was like, oh my God, what happened to Godsoil? Can you imagine her actually sleeping with him? I can't help but feel a little pity and of revulsion. Oh, I know. Well, I think, Barron was it. Like we're going to conceive this baby and then that's it. You're never touching me again. Did you see the Pam Bondi image? I texted you. Do you think it's real? Oh, Bobby, I didn't even get your text. How the fuck is that possible? Let me see. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't. And you could Google it, and it'll probably tell you it's, it's a bullshit image, fabricated in some way, or not fabricated. I don't know, photoshopped something. Because if so, I mean, that would be crazy. Now, Pam Bondi was around a lot of these pedos in her younger years, but I don't know about that young. Let me see. Is there a pic of Bondi when she was a kid with Trump? Yeah, altered, yep. Yeah, the actual, this is the actual photo with Trump. So you could kind of see him right there. Yeah. Donald sprays perfume on visitors. What the fuck? Does he really? Republicans think might equals right. So if you can overpower a woman, you can have sex with her. You're not joking. A lot of the reason they don't care about this pedo stuff, first of all, they have no morals. They're despicable people. But a lot of it is because these Republican fucktards, they really think that if a woman gets raped, it's her own fault. That's the way they see it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I remember I had a guy on the phone a couple of weeks ago on this show. And, you know, that subject came up and he said, oh, what was she? We were talking about a specific person that got, you know, raped. And he said, what was she? She was at a party. She got a little too drunk or something. It's like, wow, that's how you guys think of this shit. I told you there's this right-wing judge. I forget this fucker's name, but this white, like, frat boy kid. He dragged a girl behind a dumpster at a party. She was unconscious and he raped her. And, you know, she pressed charges and stuff. And when it went to court, the judge gave the kid 6 months in jail because he had no choice. The kid got convicted. The judge said he didn't even want to give him that. He doesn't want to ruin a nice kid's life. He saw it as it's her own fault. You know what I mean? So that's how they see a lot of it. The happy little homestead. Hello, I am a Trump supporter, much to my husband's dismay. I am now wondering, did Trump eat babies? And what is that image of him with Epstein in a room full of girls in white dresses? I don't know if I've seen that one. As far as eating babies, I doubt that. Let me see. She has to sleep with him at least 2 times every 12 months, as stated in their prenuptial agreement. You think? Imagine. Oh. You know, MAGA would run like a bitch if they met you in person. Certain ones, yeah, no doubt. He blocked me, people that don't eat up his gospel nonsense. Well, you're not blocked because I just read your comment. Eric, and you keep talking about Biden, aren't you? Oh, who's that, Eric? Oh, this guy up here. Oh, that guy, yeah, fuck him. Democrats are pedos. Can you name the specific ones for me, Nora? What do I think? What? Why do I think what, Godsoil? I'm sorry, I'm not sure which question. They don't know me, so argument is irrelevant and you're just speculating. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. I think you're talking to somebody in the chat. I know you do, Maltesian gay vampire, Jesus. But now we have to question every single elite who was associated with Epstein. I think we're all complicit in what is happening in society by the choices we make. What do you think? I don't see how we're complicit. I mean, it depends. If you voted for a pedophile, you're complicit. You know what I mean? Something like that. But the people I voted for, they're not in those files. Sure, why not? One of the dumbest things I've heard of Trump supporters say is street smarts is bald and smokes. Yeah, me too, Victor. He will block you, Eric, if you challenge him. No, I won't. You don't even realize you're not blocked, you stupid fuck. The dumbest thing I heard a Trump supporter say is we should let the left live. I disagreed. Okay. All right. Exterminate communists. What a surprise. Liberals are great. They believe that if only enough of the party they support gets elected, all the world's problems will be solved. They believe that if only enough of the party they support. No, not at all. Nobody thinks the world's problems will get solved. But, you know, you have 2 choices. You have the Republicans and the Democrats. And if you vote Republican and you're not a millionaire, you're a fucking moron. And if you vote Democrat, chances are you're going to get more of what you want. You know, it's called voting in your best interest. I know you guys don't know how to do that, but that's what it is. You know, nobody thinks they can. I mean, if anything, Scotty, you guys, Donald Trump literally stood in front of you and said, this is wrong with the country. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And only I can fix it. And you believed him. I mean, that's how you feel about Trump. It's not how we feel about Democrats. Look at this. I think you're lying. You do talk about politics all the time. You are here. Agent Smith, are you talking to me? I don't even know. Angry Smith fucktard. Oh, shit. Right wingers always accuse everyone else of what they do themselves. It is true. They do. They blame everybody for their problems in general. But yeah, that stuff like the dude just did. Yeah. I mean, they project their issues onto us. You know what I mean? Like when they say you're brainwashed, it's like, are you for real? I mean, Trump supporters are going to say anybody else is brainwashed. What the fuck? Hi there, USA. Question. Why is those of us that are trying to be neutral and provide points a failure on both sides? Why is it we are attacked when we aren't attacking one side? We are trying to understand. I don't know. I won't attack you. I don't think. The dumbest thing Biden supporters say is he's not retired. Oh, please. Trump is so much worse off than Biden. Oh, my God. Look at this. SEK 50, that's the one and only 5585. Heard a Trump supporter say, I vote for him because he helps immigrants as a second generation immigrant. What? I'm telling you, that is one of the dumbest things. Yeah, wow. Thank you for the money. I appreciate the donation, my friend. I wish more people donated like you do. You know, my life would be a lot easier. All right, let's see. You're just accusing us of so much immoralities. We care about rapes. We care about all food prices just need to go down, and there needs to be no rape. Then society is perfect. I think we have more problems than that. But no, if you're a MAGA person, yeah, I'm accusing you of immoralities, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, guys, why wouldn't I? I mean, Trump supporters, not all Trump supporters. Okay, sometimes I get a little crazy on these shows, but there's Trump supporters who are very open-minded and intelligent and everything else. It's MAGA. To me, MAGA are the red hat people. The ones, if you walk around with a MAGA hat or a Trump shirt, or you got Trump yard signs, or you wave a Trump flag with his name on it, or you got a Trump bumper sticker, you are too far gone. There's no helping you. Also, you are stone cold heartless. They have no compassion for anyone whatsoever, even when they pretend to. Like when they bring up Laken Riley. If Laken Riley was killed by some domestic right-wing terrorist, they wouldn't even know her name, and they wouldn't care to learn it. You know, they don't give a fuck about people getting killed. They just know they can use her death and her name to attack immigrants. So, you know, they have no hearts. They are stone cold. That's why they think it's funny when people lose food stamps and people are starving kids and everything else. You know, meanwhile, a lot of them are on all that shit. That's what blows my mind. Bro just wants free stuff from the government. I do not. I make good money, bro. And my wife is a nurse. She makes very good money. So even if I wanted something, I wouldn't get it, but I don't. I've never gotten anything other than unemployment when I lost the job. I got that once. I had a severe heart problem in 2015. 3 of my doctors said, we'll disable you. We'll make sure you get disability. A lawyer called me up about it, and I told him no thanks, because there was no way I was going to live on a fixed income, and I didn't want government money. So I never took it. I could have. So believe me, you don't know me. They are, yeah. But these guys are very, you got to remember, they elected a rapist so they could save $5 a week, so I don't know. I think they're broke. Conservatives do not blame others. That is all you do. That is all you do. If you can't get a job, it's illegal immigrants' fault. If you can't rent an apartment or get a house, you'll say that the immigrants are renting all the apartments and buying up all the houses, and then in the same breath, you'll say that they're poor and they're all on welfare. You guys blame gay people for shit, trans people, Muslims, Mexicans, black people. Everything is somebody else's fault. You don't make enough money. Oh, it's because of welfare. Meanwhile, if you make $60,000 a year in this country, about $37 of your paycheck every year goes to welfare. Like $700 goes to corporate subsidies. You don't mind that. You guys, listen to Trump talk. You guys are just like him. Trump talks, and that motherfucker, man, everything he say, I'm so persecuted. Oh, no president's ever been through what I've been through. Meanwhile, presidents have been assassinated. Unbelievable. They're just victims. Bobby Barbarian, member for 40 months. Love you long time. Holy shit, 40 months. Wow. I didn't even realize it was that long, bro. And these guys think I'm new here. Let's see. This dude is dumb as fuck. All right, tell me how. Tell me what I've said that's wrong. Well, see, that's the thing, Mysterious Husky. I just want to point out that when you say protecting child predators, you're just guessing. I'll ask you right now, I'll ask anyone in the chat, tell me the percentage of illegal immigrants that are sexual predators of any kind. Go ahead. Go tell me. Because you have no clue whatsoever, right? No. And you don't know also that American citizens commit crimes of all kinds at a much higher rate than illegal immigrants for obvious reasons. If I get busted committing a crime, I go to jail, I get bail, I'm out the next day. If I'm an illegal immigrant and I commit a crime, I get sent back to a third world country. So they're not real keen on getting arrested. Meanwhile, it's you guys that are protecting child predators. Donald Trump is a child predator. Howard Nutlick is a child predator. Elon Musk is a child predator. And quite honestly, so is Pam Bondi. Todd Blanche, too. You guys just say that illegals are child predators. Meanwhile, you don't know anything. You don't tell me how many of them are. You know that 5% of all the people Trump has deported so far have criminal records? 5%. So again, when he told you, we're going to keep the good guys, we're just going to get rid of the criminals. Yeah, right. 5%. Better safe than sorry. Well, then you might as well just think that about whoever. You know what I mean? I think that, I'll tell you what, I think MAGA are all pedophiles. So let me be better safe than sorry and make sure no one in my family goes near one. You know what I mean? 84%. Yeah, right, Knox. 84%. Okay. I just went on a hot date with a fine-ass mamacita. Good for you, Juan. I hope you, I hope you did. Bullshit. Texas is the only one that records the immigration status of jail and prison inmates. We don't know how many illegal aliens commit crime. We don't have an accurate number. We know the ones that were arrested, the ones that were convicted, stuff like that. And 5% of all the people Donald Trump deported so far have criminal records. Maybe you didn't hear me when I said criminal records. I didn't say commit crimes. Because if that's the case, I'll say the same thing about Americans. We have no idea how many commit crimes. It's about being arrested and convicted of things. So 5% of those people that he's deported so far have committed crimes or have been convicted of crimes. Let me see. You love illegal that much, go to the country they're from and protests. Trump, a child rapist. Oh, I like that, Roberto Clemente. That's beautiful. George Soros, I once had a God complex. All right. Hey, you guys ever think of Elon Musk the way you think of George Soros? Because Elon Musk is literally to Republicans what you describe George Soros as being to Democrats. I don't know if you realize that. But he is. One is too many. One American life is too many. But not, David, not if it's Dylan Roof in a black church or if it's some right-wing lunatic shooting up a fucking country music festival from a hotel window, or, if it's just any right-wing asshole who's killing abortion doctors or whoever. If it's, let's just say, I don't know, ICE decides, we're going to take this guy's gun from him and then we're going to shoot him 10 times. Is that too many? One American life? Is that too many? Or is it just when it's illegals? So stupid. Is he really? I guess I can't be surprised. 100% you do what all libs do, a fallacy argument. Tell us what Tell us exactly. It's a low IQ argument. 100% committed crimes. Yeah, well, that's a low IQ argument, and I'll tell you why. Because you support a guy who committed 34 felonies, and you're talking about people who committed a misdemeanor as being criminals. You support a guy who pardoned 1,600 animals that assaulted 140 police officers, some of which died. Okay, January 6th. That's who you support. You support a guy who pardoned the former president of Honduras who trafficked in 500 tons of cocaine into our country. You support a guy that sells bribes to sells pardons to scumbags. I mean, please don't tell me about crime. You guys don't give a shit about crime. I don't see any of you worried about any of those cops that died from January 6th. I don't see any of you worried about any of the 2 victims of ICE we've had over the last month or so. I don't see you guys worried about any of them. You're not worried about Melissa Hortman and her husband, right? No. 8% is 48,000 criminals, buddy. Out of how many millions are you counting, and where'd you get the number? Where'd you get the number? He didn't commit any felonies. They were out-of-date misdemeanors. You had to change the law to get it to stick, you backwards dirtbag. No, Richard, you're just a fucking idiot who listens too much to Donald Trump. It's very simple. When COVID hit, they in New York, they extended the statute of limitations by 6 months, which they did practically everywhere. The statute of limitations on crimes were extended because courts were backlogged. They couldn't get to cases. Courthouses were shut down, every fucking thing else. I had a cop tell me recently that they're still backlogged here in the county I live in. They still haven't caught up. Okay. So they were perfectly legal because guess what? Richard, if they were outside the statute of limitations, a judge would have thrown it out. No judge is going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Preside over a case where the statute of limitations is up. You can't do that. You can't be charged with a crime once the statute of limitations is up. Okay. Also, they're not just misdemeanors. They became felonies because he did them to commit to cover up another crime. You understand? I know you don't, but he committed 34 counts of falsifying business records to cover up for a hush money payment to a porn star who he didn't want the voters to, he didn't want her to tell the voters that he had an affair and fucked her, a porn star, behind his current wife's back while she was at home with their newborn. Okay. So, they become felonies when you do it to commit another crime or to cover up another crime. And that crime was basically election interference. Okay. Remember when Trump sued 60 Minutes because they edited out like 10 seconds of Kamala's interview, which they do with all interviews? Well, imagine what it is to pay off a porn star who's going to tell America's voters during an election, oh, this guy had an affair. Imagine somebody doing that and somebody paying her off to keep her from telling the voters that. Yeah, it's election interference, dopey. Election interference. That was the other crime. Stupid fuck. I've just been saying it the whole time. Oh my God. I already did, guys. They were felonies. They were not felonies. They were out of date. Is that the one I read? I think so. Yeah, you're wrong about that. Nah, bro is just jealous he can't pull any corn stars. Shit. Let me tell you something, bro. Chances are I got more pussy on my worst day than you'll ever get on your best. Believe me. I guarantee it. Tremendous dick syndrome. I don't remember. I was pretty young, though. I was probably, I don't know, preteen. That's when it grew to an enormous size. But I'm not sure the exact date. Damn, Juan. Jesus Christ. Well, good for you, brother. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Election interference. What are talking about? Do I have to explain it again? Okay. Let me let somebody else do it. What was the underlying crime from Trump's 34 felonies.
The 34 felony counts of falsifying business records for which Donald Trump was convicted in May 2024 were elevated from misdemeanors because they were committed with the intent to conceal or aid a second crime.
All right, let me try that again. I got
the indictment and trial proceedings, the underlying unlawful...
What was the underlying crime from Trump's felony case?
The underlying crime in Donald Trump's May 2024 felony conviction was the intent to commit, aid, or conceal a separate crime, which elevated 34 counts of falsifying business records from a misdemeanor to a Class E felony. Specifically, the prosecution alleged that Trump falsified records, mischaracterizing reimbursements to his former fixer Michael Cohen as legal expenses to conceal violations of election law designed to influence the 2016 presidential election. Key details of the underlying crimes. While the main charge was the falsification of documents, the other crimes that prosecution argued these actions covered up included: 1. Conspiracy to promote or prevent an election, violating New York election law by using unlawful means to hide damaging information, hush money payments to Stormy Daniels, from voters in the 2016 election. 2. Federal campaign finance violations, the argument that the hush money payments functioned as illegal, undisclosed campaign contributions that exceeded legal limits. And 3. Tax law violations, the prosecution argued that the way the reimbursements to Cohen were structured and disguised in business records constituted fraudulent tax entries. Outcome: on May 30, 2024, a New York jury found Trump guilty on all 34 counts. On January 10, 2025, he was sentenced to an unconditional discharge, meaning no fines or prison time, although the felony convictions remain.
Yeah. See? There you go. There's your answer. Bobby. Jose Life on Mars, $9.99. Snowflake Magtards just try to show how hurt they feel by always being last in line. The more things change, the more the Magtards' pathetic lives stay the same. So it goes. Sorry, not sorry. I hear you, bro. Didn't sound like an underlying crime to me. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a jury, a judge, or a prosecutor, because, you know, your opinion is meaningless. Well, I appreciate that, Juan. Same to you, brother. Really? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't understand why they would have to. I think this guy is truly retarded. Even though I tell you things and then I prove them to you. Listen, that's another thing that's mind-blowing about you guys. You come in here, you spread false information. I prove you wrong, and then I'm the retard. You're such fucking assholes. I swear to God. I mean, God forbid you had any knowledge. You'd be dangerous. You don't know shit. Because Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile in American history, and it was him who was trafficking these girls to shit tons of clients all over the world. It should be called the Trump Files, honestly. Too bad it doesn't matter. Oh, it does. He's a felon. He's the first felon to ever occupy the White House. You know, Trump can't legally own a gun ever again. Isn't that great? Oh, he's not stupid, Cat. It's you guys. Believe me, it's you guys. 3 more years of chaos and foreign agents running our government. Yay. Yeah, no shit. Isn't that great? What's the dumbest thing you've ever heard a Trump supporter say? Check comments. Yeah, that's about right, LMAO. Yeah. The 34 felonies are meaningless. No, they're not. He's still the president. Yeah, he's the president, but he is a convicted felon. And anybody who's a convicted felon knows that's not good. You know what I mean? It's not good. I once heard a Trump supporter say that the U.S. political game wasn't a spectacle. fulfill the practical purpose in which the USA citizens take part and have a power to decide or come. All right. I've heard a Trump supporter say that Democrats are actually smart. Oh, well, then that was the one smart thing you heard that Trump supporter say. Being a felony is meaningless, yet we don't let felons vote. No, we do let felons vote. We do, but it's not meaningless. You know what I mean? It's not meaningless by any stretch of the imagination. But felons can vote as long as their sentence is completed. As long as they're out of jail, they've served their time, and they're no longer on probation or parole, they can vote. You would think, maybe that'll change in the future, and that's the way it'll be. But, yep. Why should it be called the Trump Files? Because Trump is named in the Epstein Files 1 million times. Literally 1 million times. And he's the main character in that story. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe. And don't be afraid to contribute with a nice super chat. Nice. Jose. Shit. Trump isn't our president. He stole the election. He said so himself. Well, I know what you're talking about. What he said is pretty fucked up about Pennsylvania. You haven't proven anyone wrong. Yes, I have. I absolutely have. I have. I told you. I let you hear it. You can check anywhere you want. You could actually, you're not going to believe this, but you have access to the same information I have. If you had a brain in your dumb fucking heads, you wouldn't have to come here for answers. You could actually research this stuff and then save yourself the embarrassment of coming in here and saying something stupid. You know what I mean? And it's all saying why he hasn't caving everything exhorted him. Holy shit. I hear that. You can take pride in that at least. You're an idiot. Oh, he spelled "you're" right. Good job. That's rare for a MAGA. Maybe the Democrats are not all stupid. They're not stupid, period. I mean, guys, again, I say this on every show. Democrats are from the most educated states and the wealthiest states in this country, and Republicans are from the poorest, least educated states in this country. So if one's smarter than the other, it's the Democrats smarter than the Republicans, period. See, that's what, Bowens, that's just one of those things Fox News convinced you of. I've been to no Kings rallies and everything. I have never seen a mother. Well, I saw one chick with blue hair out of 5,000 people one day, but we don't have blue hair. I'm not actually a liberal, but still. And those people with blue hair, I guarantee you, are going to be 1,000 times more successful than you in life. Guarantee it. Meanwhile, do you really want to talk about the blue hair? Because have you ever seen a Trump rally? It looks like a bunch of people who fucked their sister and had babies, and then they all attended the Trump rally. You know what I mean? It looks like a whole bunch of inbred people. There's more people than there are teeth at a Trump rally. Seriously. So I don't know if you want to talk about the blue hair thing. Oh, they do. Bear LH, yeah. They fucking literally, they wake up every day and Fox News gives them a script. They give them a script, and that's what they say. That's what they say in chats. That's what they say in arguments. That's what they say, and it's all lies. But because they trust Fox, when they hear me telling them the actual truth, they're like, "No, it can't be true because I didn't hear this on Fox, and Trump never told me this." That they voted for Trump. I got you, Gregory. That is one of the stupidest things they've done. The stupidest. Stick your in your A space SS. All right. Why is it that in the Epstein files, Epstein is conspiring with Democrats to take down Trump? Bro, your Trump derangement syndrome is too powerful. You can't think straight. Because that is not in the Epstein files, and it's just something you heard from some other fucktard on social media or something. Tell me exactly what it says, because that's not true at all. Not true at all. Tell me which Democrats. Tell me who. So full of shit. But I believe that you believe that. I believe you saw that on social media. Some hillbilly fucking posted it, and you believe it's true. Yes, I know. Most of aren't here for an answer. We're here to hear the dumb brainwash crap you say. Well, listen, that's what keeps you stupid, is thinking that the smart people are brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Any of you could call in right now and I will fucking eat you alive in a debate. Anybody. How? Joe Biden's not the pedo. Trump is. It's funny they go nuts over blue hair and have no problem with someone painting their skin orange. Good point, Brad. Nice. Yeah, the fruit, the 80-year-old bleach blonde fruit that wakes up every morning and paints himself orange, covers himself in 50 layers of makeup. You have no problem with that. Yes, Subgenius, I'm with you. You're literally repeating the same shit you hear on MS Now. You haven't spoken an original thought yet. It's funny. Up until like 5 days ago, I had no idea what MS Now was. A Trump supporter had to tell me. I didn't know they changed the name from MSNBC. I haven't watched it in years. CNN, I haven't watched since like 2014. TM, whatever your name is, Clifton. If you listen to MS Now, I'm curious as to why, number one. And number two, that's probably something you heard on Fox, right? That everything's some things are talking points because they're talking points. Do you understand? Like just because you hear 2 people or 3 people or 50 people say the same thing, like Trump is in the Epstein files. If 50 different people report that, that's not a talking point they've repeated from MSNBC. It's just, something to talk about. A talking point is a topic of conversation. Holy shit. They don't know what talking points are either. Meanwhile, you guys say the same fucking bullshit Fox News talking points. Trump was an informant. He blew the whistle on Epstein. The economy is great, even though the economy is falling apart. Biden destroyed the economy, even though he literally fixed it after Trump fucked it up. I mean, it's all the same shit you guys say. Is that right? Oh, yeah, I heard about the 13. Yeah. I'm not even saying this is a liberal or a conservative because I am neither, but define smart because IQ is not the same as intelligence. Well, I never mentioned IQ at all. I don't even know what my IQ is. No, not everybody. You don't even know me, bro. And you say that I said Biden was just fine. I never said that. I did a whole show. Yeah, Juan. I did a whole show after the debate the next day about how fucked up Biden was. But I also covered the fact that Trump lied 36 times in 90 minutes in that debate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Kamala would be the better choice no matter what. Trump, what does that mean? The fuck you would. The fuck I would what? Trumpers live. Oh, eat you alive in a debate? Oh, call in. Call in, Natalie's my love. I dare you. 410-941-9850. Democrats want to recreate slavery using illegals. Again, I had to do this on my first show today. I have to explain slavery to you guys like as if you're 5. But let me try to do it real quick. Slavery is literally unpaid forced labor. You have no choice. If you're a slave because somebody else says so, and you don't get paid. And you have to do whatever they tell you, whether you like it or not. Whereas an illegal working for lower wages is kind of the deal, right? Well, I want to be in America. I'm not legal. I can't have a regular payroll job. So, maybe I could stay here, but I got to work for $4 an hour when an American would get paid $12 an hour or something. That's literally the opposite of slavery because they have a choice. They pick their job and they get paid to do it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, whatever you say, Leprechaun, Ginger. Captain Spock, my brother. Be easy on the MAGA incels. They may be whining losers, but they help the algorithm. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Yes, thank you, $5. Captain Spock for the $5. And you do have a point there. BCF. All other countries are disciplining their leaders that had any relationship with Epstein, with the exception of the U.S. Thank you for the $10, man. I truly appreciate that. And you are correct. Yes. They asked Bondi yesterday, are you going to prosecute anybody in the files? She ain't prosecuting nobody. Nope. Look at all the people hating on you. Well, yeah, that's because they're stupid. I mean, it's not an insult to me. Like, you guys support pedophiles. I don't want you to like me. You know, it's the libs in the chat. It's the good people, the leftists. Those are the people that are on the right side of history, and they're the smarter people, and they're good people, whereas you guys are pure evil. So, of course, I'm going to have haters because you guys are so obsessed with politics. All I have to do is put something on the screen to rage bait you motherfuckers, and you come in here and you stay here the entire fucking show. Whereas people with lives, like, libs, they listen for a little bit and they got shit to do, Trump was a Fox News, a pedo. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God, to find a woman. I'm so tired of that same question. Hey, buddy, your father is a woman. Is that what you want us to say? Yeah, I know. It's goofy that. And they expect they know the answer that's going to come from us. Well, Joshua, that's because you don't know anything. But I could give you the numbers if you want them. Joe Biden literally fixed the economy that Trump fucked up. Trump in April 2020 had a 14.4% unemployment rate. He lost 2.5 million jobs during his first administration. He's only the second president since Herbert Hoover to do that, to leave with less jobs than he entered office with. When he left office, there was a 6.6% unemployment rate. Joe Biden was creating 300 and something thousand jobs a month, 330, 380, I forget, a month. I used to think it was 180,000. I found out today. I thought it was in the 200s from what I remembered last night. It's in the 300s. He created 16.6 million jobs. He brought Trump's unemployment rate from 6.6% to 3.4%. He brought the inflation down, which is inevitable. Any president would have had that inflation because it was COVID related. Every nation on earth had massive inflation after COVID. He brought that down to 2.4%. The stock market was hitting record highs all the time. GDP was up 14% or some shit. Whereas Donald Trump created last year in 2025 a total of 181,000 jobs. 181,000 jobs. That's it. In his entire first year. Biden was creating over 300,000 a month. No, they're not, obviously. I guess you're not reading the super chats and stuff. I'm going to have this issue now. Who are you saying that to? I know what it means. I just don't know what mine is. The $4 gas. Well, it wasn't $4 everywhere. When Biden left office, it was $2.99 where I am, and now it's $3.20. And Trump didn't lower gas prices, you dolts. Trump has nothing to do with the gas prices. And we were producing a record amount of oil under Joe Biden. More than any time in American history. So 30% increase in groceries. Well, guess what? They're higher now than they were under Biden. They're not slaves of any kind. I think you guys overused that word. Trump supporters double down no matter what he says or does because they're embarrassed and ashamed that they were conned by a career criminal and fraudster, that they'll carry the regret. Yeah, they know. They just can't admit it, because they've probably lost so much already just to support this guy. I know one dude that lost a lot. And he even told me that, his life sucks now because of his support for Trump. I mean, people's wives leave them, their kids leave them. It's you guys are despicable people. Nobody wants anything to do with you. There's not a moral bone in your bodies. There really isn't. So we know that you fucked up, but we also know you'll never admit it. Yeah, I know. I got it here. I just keep getting this fucking tickle in my throat. It's so funny because my mom used to get the same shit. So it's only been like a couple of months every now and then. Biden got the inflation down from 9 to less than 3 before leaving office and invested in infrastructure, massively raising employment. Oh yeah, there's the bipartisan infrastructure deal. There's the Inflation Reduction Act created 750,000 manufacturing jobs. The Chips and Science Act created jobs. Yeah. So mentions don't equal implication in crimes. They are merely instances where the names come up in connection with larger collection of documents. No, if they're the accusations, I told you this one, you'll never agree with me, but these guys, and you're probably one of them, if they heard today that Obama did 1/10 of the things Trump is accused of, they would have him, and so would you, tried and convicted of pedophilia, without a doubt, in your minds anyway. But we could show you overwhelming evidence that Trump is a sexual degenerate, a rapist, a pedo, and you're like, nope, nah, bro. What's the source, bro? It's so funny, but you guys are so disingenuous. If you were against pedophilia, you'd be against Trump. Everybody's figuring it out, guys. Joe Rogan's turning on him, Andrew Schultz, a lot of fucking people, those podcasters that helped him get elected, the scumbags that they are. Yeah. A lot of people. They're turning on him because they know. They know what he's up to. I guarantee you we would, Juan. I agree. How did allowing 20 million illegals help our economy? Well, if you know anything about illegal immigration, it does help our economy. They pay about $95 billion a year into taxes. They obviously they do jobs for cheap labor, which, you know, means good prices for people. I heard a farmer say once, and this was like 5-6 years ago, that if he lost all the illegals that worked for him, a gallon of egg would cost you $12, or a gallon of milk would cost you $12. So you don't even know how they help our economy. Also, there is no chance in hell 20 million illegals entered the country under Joe Biden's administration. We only have 14 million now. So it's just a number you made up. You guys, it's always a different number. 10 million, 15 million, 20. I've gotten 30, 50 million, everything. The debate where Kamala said they have no deployed army members, that fact got checked live by actual deployed soldiers. The Kamala who refused Rogan interview because she wanted all questions. Yeah, that's not true. She wanted all questions. You're so full of shit. She just didn't do it. I mean, it's so funny. You add shit to it. Oh my God. And fact check. Do you know how many times Trump lied in that alone? Just the one with Biden, 36 verifiable lies. There is nobody who lies on the scale that Donald Trump does. If you take every Democratic politician in history and combine them, they haven't told a third of the lies Trump has. So please spare me. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. If you're paid 1 penny, you're not considered a slave. Yeah. Thinking that Democratic administration had somewhat intelligence. Oh, they did. I mean, guys, are you for real? You got Pete Hegseth. This motherfucker's in trouble right now. Not to mention, he leaked war plans to his stupid bitch wife and a reporter he accidentally added to a Signal chat where he shouldn't have even been having that conversation. You got Linda McMahon, a woman who gave Trump $2 million and got a spot as the head of the Department of Education, even though she's never worked in education, has no degree in education, and was part of a huge child sex scandal in the WWE. Yeah, what else? Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, you can think so all you want. There's never been two less qualified people. Dan left now, I know, but his entire administration, Sean Duffy, that motherfucker is from Real World Road Rules. Do you know that? Donald Trump, before he got elected, I told everybody, watch, if he gets elected, he's going to pick reality TV show hosts, anyone who endorsed them, and donors, people that gave him a lot of money. RFK is a fucking lawyer, and he's in charge of the Department of Health and Human Services. There's a guy who dozens of people have died from measles because of this asshole. Okay, so you really want to talk about the Democratic administration being somewhat intelligent? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's a Google number, dopey. Well, yeah, but they're the incels too. You know what I mean? These are guys. They're not, except for my man Juan here. They're not successful with women. Very bored. If you want, I can explain how journalists and investigators count names in massive document dumps like this, and what kinds of mentions are considered more or less. Well, no, but I already know the way they figured this particular thing out, that 1 million mentions now, is simply by they allowed, I guess you could say, Democratic congressmen to review the unredacted files. Now they did a search for Trump and they got 1 million hits. And then they disabled that search feature so they can't do that with anybody else's name. Ain't that some shit? Okay, but no, the 1 million, that's not coming from the press. That's coming from Democratic congressmen. And they're not all accusations. That very small percentage of them are accusations, but you only need one, right? And there's more than that. JGB, my man from Australia, $7.99, just got home, kicking back with a beer. It's Friday. Yay. Hey, man, fucking enjoy. Let me see. Let me get down here. A lot of fucking comments for so few people. 10 billion illegals, said the deceitful MAGA rats. They make up numbers every day. Meanwhile, believe me, I research everything, guys. That's how I know all the shit I know, and that's how I know you're wrong about everything. And trust me, there isn't even a way to find out how many illegals came into the country under Biden. There's no way to find out. But there's 14 million in the country now, about, okay? So you would have to have convinced yourself, if you want to go with a number like 20 million, that there was zero before Biden took office, zero illegals in this country. And then Biden brought 20 million in, and then Trump deported 6 million so far, which he didn't. Not even close. So, I mean, you got to realize how stupid that sounds. I mean, don't you? Yeah, they put it in the search engine and it tells you how many times that phrase or name is in the file. Yep. You can't debate with these idiots. All they do is regurgitate a one-line talking point. Fox News splooge that they swallowed. They are incapable of responding. It's true, man. MAGA lives don't matter. I agree, Georgie. Trump was already exonerated as an FBI informant against Epstein. Exonerated? Do you know what that word means? He was never an informant against. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my fucking God. He never was an informant of any kind. Why did Bill and Hillary skip court? They didn't. They said they want to do it in public so all of us can see it. They said the truth belongs to the public. Republicans want them to do it in a private hearing so that they can manipulate their words and whatever else. Bill and Hillary ain't having it. They're doing that shit in public so everybody can see what they say. Yeah, why won't they let the Clintons testify? 100%. Yep. Joe, okay, guys, bro, don't spam the chat, please, for the love of Christ. Why you guys do? You guys are the rudest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Every time I take a call from one of you bitches, you just talk over me and you're rude as a motherfucker. And then like this shit in the chat, you just spam the chat like it belongs to you. God Almighty, you have no people skills. Who raised you? Epstein was working for Israel to get dirt. That's why there were cameras everywhere. I wouldn't doubt it at all. The Clintons refused to show up in court. No, they didn't. Court? What do you mean court? You mean the congressional hearing? They didn't refuse to show up. They insist on doing it publicly so we can all see it on TV. And the Republicans insist that they must do it in a private hearing. And you know why? Because Clinton has some dirt on Trump. Guarantee it. And they're not going to allow us to hear that. That's the bottom line. But Bill and Hillary are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They said it themselves. The truth belongs to the public. So that's the only way they're going to do it. Russia also, yeah. When Jeffrey started getting investigated, Dump called the FBI and said, glad you're getting that guy. Everyone knows what he was doing, trying to shift blame away from himself by random call. It wasn't even the FBI. It was the chief of police in Palm Beach. He never worked as an informant of any kind. He never blew the whistle on Epstein, never ratted on him. He called the chief of police in 2006 after it became public knowledge that Jeffrey Epstein was being investigated for child sex crimes, just to cover his own ass. He called his friend, the chief of police, and said, hey, thank goodness you got that guy. Everybody's known about his crimes for years, that's Trump admitting he knew about Epstein's pedophilia. So all you guys that have said he never knew about it, yeah, wrong. MAGA Sims for the federal jackboots that murdered the tank man in Tiananmen Square. Isn't it funny, man? Georgie, I'm sorry. They used to bitch about the jackbooted thugs that are going to come through and take your guns and do this and do that. They're here now. They're here. They're on the streets of America every day, mostly in democratic cities. Nothing. They're not bothered. They love it. They can't get enough of it. Even after Trump, even after a guy who's carrying a gun, practicing as his Second Amendment right legally, had his gun taken from him and then got shot 10 times and killed. And Trump said, well, he shouldn't have had a gun at a protest. They were like, yeah, fucking right. He shouldn't have. Meanwhile, if a Democrat ever said that about Kyle Rittenhouse, oh my fucking God. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Watch this. This is how they see things. Let me get the comment off the screen. If you imagine that you surf, you are a surfer. All right. Yeah, it did increase significantly, Juan, but it's not, there's no way to say it was 20 million. It's crazy. All right, let me see. Yeah, this is what they think about the whole Second Amendment thing. Where the fuck is it? Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm not sure why you're all overcomplicating it. It's really quite simple. You can come to a protest, but not if you're bringing a gun, unless it's for protection, but not protection from people with guns. You can attack people holding skateboards for reacting to you holding a gun, but not the people holding guns reacting to you holding your phone. Because being underage shooting a gun you didn't legally purchase equals concerned citizen. But being an adult with a permit for a gun you've responsibly concealed equals domestic terrorist. Even if we only see it after we've already shoved you to the ground, which retroactively changes the reason we shoved you to the ground. Clearly, the teenager who shot people deserves a podcast, and the ICU nurse trying to help people avoid pepper spray is an agitator, because we have a zero-tolerance policy for disobeying uniformed officers that goes all the way back to January 7th, 2021. And remember, they're only in Minneapolis to secure the border because of Somalia. Glad we cleared that up, because so many of you in the media have been focused on the wrong things. Now, I am happy to take any questions you have about the president's ballroom.
It goes all the way back to January 7th, 2021. Yep. They ate Charlie Kirk. That's why we didn't have a public burial. That may be. Yes, and he killed someone. Who killed someone? The point is, he was super aware. Are you talking about Kyle? Yeah. A couple of people. The point is, he was super aware and did nothing, and he should be disqualified for that alone. Oh, Trump? Yeah, no doubt. Yep. Thank you, Vic. I got a smart Italian in here today. Thank God. Bro, they get mad at Obama for oh my God, a tan suit. Remember, they went fucking ballistic, these people. Remember when he wanted like a Dijon type of mustard, and Sean Hannity and them were like up in arms, like, oh, look, he's like, what did they say he was? Like snooty, like, oh my God, he wants a Dijon mustard. And Trump is just raping chicks, and they're like, come on, what the fuck? Leave the guy alone. All right, guys, listen. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, but I got to get going. I wasn't even going to do one of these this late, but I decided to. I've been on an hour and 4 minutes. I got to get to bed with my lovely wife. But I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. So everybody, please hit like and subscribe and this is very important, turn your notifications on. All right. So you can come back and hang out with me another time. All right. Oh, I wish I had it. I would, Jay said, but I got to go. How great was that, little bitch? All right, guys. Peace.